weekend. I was in Vegas for a friend's birthday, so we just got back yesterday. So just definitely getting caught up. I needed to definitely recharge a little bit. I travel a decent amount, but I never really travel for just pleasure. It's usually for work or for shows or things like that. So I was just like, okay, 2 days will kill me.
Yeah, I saw you guys are on it. Was
Yeah, so it was lovely birthday. We got out there to just kind of celebrate and relax. And it was for them, it was Thursday to Sunday, for me, Friday to Sunday. And got back, I was just like, I need to rest. I need to get back in the plan. Yeah, so really just the point of like the intro call, kind of give you a little bit of background with editing, and that kind of thing. And then I just kind of want to get to know you a little bit better and then just see if it would possibly be a good match in regards to that and then kind of move on from there. But I've worked in it for about 2 years. I came on as an athlete and then, through the years they supported me through, show reps and things like that. For me, the last manager decided to, move on in another direction, so I stepped into the role more recently. So I was working with her on some back stuff with training and formally stepped into the role July 1. As you can see, as you mentioned, you've seen some of that. So right now I'm getting ready for my fitness Columbia. So definitely exciting. I love bodybuilding, but definitely for me, still more of a passion and a hobby. But I enjoy looking fitness, and I've always wanted to have kind of something in my life to keep bodybuilding relevant. I don't know how many more years I have competing, but I always wanted to have something in my life to make sure that bodybuilding stays a part of it.
sure.
Yeah, so I'd love to hear, kind of hear about you and how you got connected, trying to fit and what you're kind of looking for.
Yeah, so Inman is always do these retreats. Like I'm a bodybuilder, but I'm a bodybuilder. That's terrible. I'm terrible. Like, do not put me in a body. That's all the fucking matters. So and then I do these retreats all the time. These retreats, coaching retreats, I do social media, like building retreats, and now we're starting kind of like it's like almost like a fitness offer. I have this slogan. All my followers are they're all males, right? They're all either 17 to 22 or they're like kids and shit like that. So I have this like pretty diverse group of like young kids, and then older people. And so the three things that I've like been able to figure out in the last 3.5 years after getting famous on the internet is that the way you become successful is you get jacked, then you get rich, and then you get a chick. I would screw that up every time. I'd be like, oh, I think you're supposed to find a girl, find a career, find a house, figure the rest out. I did that 2 times, or 3 times. I got divorced twice, and I got shit out of see her. So then I reversed the order. I'm like, okay, so I'm getting jacked, then get rich, and then get a chick. Things are gonna be way better. And so I've done the first 2, get jacked and get rich, and now the third one, I'm just not very interested in because I like the other 2 way better. But anyway. Yeah, I have all these women like Arnold or whatever. Like I have people come up to me, they're like chanting, "Get jacked, get rich, then get jacked, get rich, then get jacked." So they have a whole slogan, and so I'm just gonna build this like. Again, I'm not a professional bodybuilder. I'm not a diet coach. I don't know how to do anything like that. It's not my passion. But I know people that do it, and people want to follow me, and people want to be a part of the community. So we're building this KGI Rich Kid Chick community, which has been really great. And Imminent has always supported all of our events, and so it's kind of like makes sense to plug them into this as well. And so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I can sell pretty much anything. Where I have had the most success though is like not with like affiliate codes and stuff, but like Like, if I put on my story, yeah, this is in it, this is the protein powder, blah, 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 it's shit hates. No one else. Not. But if I wear a jersey, like, literally just have these hanging in my living room. If I just wear if I just wear shit like this to the gym, I make fucking tons of sales. Tons. Tons. It's like the craziest thing ever. If I wear merch, right? If I do that, I make like brand awareness. People want in on the brand because it's part of the Kid Jack, Kid Rich, then get a shit kind of methodology. But if I put it on the store, like if I just do traditional affiliate marketing, I'm not very good at it. But if I do stuff like this, I don't know. I literally don't know what. I don't know what. But I'll wear this around town. People come up and be like, "Yo, I need that. What do you do?" Blah 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 blah. So it's kind of that's kind of what I feel like a bit different than most. And but I don't know why that works so well for me. But yeah, so I don't know where. But like that's kind of like my bread and butter. Right? It's just like be the single 35-year-old bodybuilder that wears the stretch, and it's not different in big stretch. So I go out eating always go back. So go straight through my way. Just always go back. Sitting in the mat, sometimes I wear a man suit because I like in the cosplay thing. People see right through the cosplay and they're like, "You're the guy that's supposed to be before the gym." Yeah, that's me. Uh, and now just recently, I've also made a big transition over to streaming because I don't know if you know this, but just all the streamers, they're the ones that make all the social media. It's not Instagram people, it's not YouTube, it's streamers. Kill. And you have how many fitness streamers
I would assume a lot.
I literally couldn't even. I've been searching. I've been searching. So there's this massive market with thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and they all want to have sitting on all of it. Some of them would be interested in being more fit, in using supplements. I get questions all the time about streaming. So that's going to be a big entrance into the streaming world, which is going to be a market that no other supplement company has even touched.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of potential for that. I just think that we'll be doing it for about 6 weeks,
Okay.
which is not a long time. 6 weeks,
Yeah.
we've grown 300 followers on Kick and Twitch. It's not a lot, but there's just no competition. None. No, and I also I just look different than every other streamer.
About it.
Yeah. So it just I want to. I want to be prepared for when the influx of people want to come through the Kid Jack, Kid Rich, then Kid Chick community, and I have no supplements to give.
Okay. So I kind of checking out your page on Instagram, and I was just like kind of clicking through the stuff. Some of the stuff I think had some other referral code, but you're not currently like aligned with the supplement company, just kind of ties in was it like Buffin?
Yeah, I got a Homestead deal. I got an elevated deal. I have two peptide companies that pay me about 10 grand a month. What else? No clothing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All the other things that I get paid for have nothing to do with fits.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just kind of give you a little bit of a rundown, like our more of our standard process. So normally what we do is like have an intro call. Most of the time it's through people directly applying versus reaching out essentially. But essentially, normally what happens is people apply, there's an intro call, we hop on the call, just see if they're a good fit, and then from there, I would, kind of review the call with the owners and make a determination on, athlete, affiliate, in that sense. And then normally it would be a tier-based system to where, most of the time it would be like tier one, tier two, tier three, and there would be like outlines to eventually move up on the tiers, and then tier three being like a custom agreement. But I obviously, I've seen here too that you will have, you work with several companies, so I guess, my question for you would just to get a gauge of like what you're looking for, just that I can properly communicate that back to the team.
Good question. I didn't have anything specific other than, I can tell you what the other supplement companies that I've talked to have offered, but I honestly would probably influence you guys' decision. I mean,
Yeah.
and so it's really not about money, it's more about having a brand that send people to.
Yeah.
And it's gonna stay around for a while.
Yeah.
And it's always been really supportive of that. But yeah, I think obviously with the streaming thing, things are gonna be different. I'm not sure what type of social media requirements you guys have for posting and stuff like that. But essentially, like the stream, like I just jumped, I'm off stream right now, but I pretty much stream 16 or 17 hours per day. So there's gonna be lots of mentions, lots of just like coming up naturally. What is who are like some of the what are some of the deals that work well? Like what's your best return on investment currently with an athlete? You don't have to say that. What works?
So so like everyone's market is a bit different. Just because the people who are on coaching or some of the people that I see on my game and I fail to just they're not even people with a large following, they just are maybe coaches and are able to plug it directly into the program. That might be more of a question for me to run back to the team just because I am newer into the role. So I'm still kind of like getting up to speed on some of the back end things. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a fun, like, hey, this is what I want or what I need. I just didn't know if you had something that you were specifically looking for me to be able to communicate it back with them. We can have additional conversations around that moving forward, just to see, the fit on both ends. Not necessarily something that I need to know 100% right now. I just wanted to check to see if there was like, this is what I'm looking for, more than anything.
Yeah, so let's see, last time. Yeah, the last time pitched 10K exclusive having solo partnership or 7K non-exclusive for 12 months. So I guess that would be something too, is like that'd be a question to ask them as well, is like would they want to do exclusive or non-exclusive partnership?
Yeah, we can continue to have more conversation. I just kind of wanted to like outline it, like gauge your interests, where are things happening in the world, try to provide us, you feel like we can get behind them, and then just kind of communicate that more so with them, just and then we can have additional conversation around that. But that was really all I needed to kind of gauge on my end more than anything. And so if there's other questions that you have that you want to take back to them, I'm happy to.
Giveaways. So that's,
Giveaway, yeah.
yes, that's another thing she worship. Because like I said, the money's really not that important. I use the money to make videos. That's what I take the money to use to make videos. So like giveaways would be another thing. Like I would rather I would rather take less money per month or no money per month and be able to do massive giveaways.
Okay.
That's,
I mean, we've definitely done some giveaways. I don't know quite to what scale, for instance, like, not a couple of years, like, I did a giveaway just between multiples of my sponsors, and just did like first place, second place. It was more so to just give back to the community that supports me. Because one of my sponsors is like gas and other bodies and independent. And then I have like the past one I was able to include like muscle rub from a chiropractic office. We've definitely done some smaller giveaways, and I do think that they just leverage community really well, especially when you collab with the master page, like basically entering the giveaway, like you're tagging people and you're asking them to follow certain pages. I do think it helps engagement a lot across brands and just, you know, awareness of the brand more than anything, for sure.
yes, we run like, so we have to do this, we run competitions. Yes, we run competitions inside of our community, and I think it would be based off of that. Yeah, like the tagging people and following them, that's, I guess it's just a really dated tactic, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like people post like, announcement, I'm happy to be working with MMA Nutrition, and there's 15 likes on it. Because like that works great 7 years ago. But yeah, so we would run challenges within the community, 8-week challenges, 6-week challenges. Right now we're doing social media, so like the people that I coach for social media don't really care about some of this, but yeah, we're like, we get the most followers, get the most followers for 4 weeks, who can get 1 million views the fastest time, and then we do giveaways, like that's like earned.
Okay.
See, there's probably kind of the same thing as like we do like 8, those for maybe the fitness, it would be like an 8-week sponsor challenge, right? $1,000 plus a $500 gift card, like stuff like something like actually, you know, winning a pre-workout, hard to get excited about winning. Change that negative person.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, that all sounds good. I will get with the team and just kind of download, and then once I hear back from them, I'll reach out just with next steps or for example, the call, whatever it may be. And if you think of anything in the meantime, feel free to shoot me an email. If a question comes up or anything that comes to mind, just feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to connect.
Cool. Thanks so much for your
Okay.
time.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate your time.
See you.
Have a good one.
What is your ETA?